After the trials and tribulations of John's visit to the port on the far west of Raven Creek, that huge marathon, John has to question why does he keep putting himself in these high stress situations. But after coming back from that huge ordeal, 3 days of sleeping in the car, been very low on food and water constantly, and the huge amount of zombies that John had to slay just to survive, just to find the gear that he needed, he was very pleased to come back to his base. It's a beautiful home. It's kind of the home of his dreams, although admittedly he probably never expected to have a whole room full of huge amounts of guns. John has enjoyed spending 2, 3, 4 days back at base. He has put away all the loot he returned from his huge epic journey. He's put all the loot away. He has done a fair bit of fishing and trapping, and he's been spoiling himself. He's done some reading and foraging, developing those skills. He's been relaxing. But what he has noticed, spending those 2, 3, 4 days at base, is there are some things not quite right with it. And he's going to be aiming to put that right today, apply the finishing touches to this base. You may notice there are some windows required, and the search for red carpet continues. It seems to be an exceedingly rare thing in Raven Creek. So today John is going to venture once more out of the safety of his base, or yes, and I should say, yep, he now has his own Twiggers. What more could you want? A home bar. But John is going to leave the safety of his base, once again go into Raven Creek, but hopefully there'll be a little bit less risk for him this time. He's going to start by just searching the nearby neighborhood for matching windows. He wants to make sure there's windows in everywhere. We shouldn't have holes in walls. I mean, winter will eventually come if John is lucky enough to survive. So let's go out, let's head out, let's find the windows that John needs, and we'll keep our eye out as always for some red carpet. Okay, so it turns out luckily enough that John did not need to go very far to find the windows he needs. They got to be matching. Right next door, and the neighbours at Cortman's. We've got the windows we need. We need 6 of these. We've got a crowbar. Let's grab them and let's get them installed. Okay, so as usual, things are never quite as simple, as straightforward as they may seem. John has been a bit clumsy. He's broken a couple of windows, shall we say, and we need this window to complete the set. Ah, nice. We got it 3 in a row. And in an extraordinary coincidence, we got a little bit of red carpet here as well. So that will come in handy. But let's get these windows back in the trailer, as John is really encumbered. We'll come back and grab that carpet, and then we'll get all of that put back at base. This feels like quite a milestone for John. No more barricades on his base. Another little step to normality. Another little piece in the jigsaw of John just feeling comfortable living in this place, this space. Okay, well that is all the windows installed. John's base is now cozy and warm for the winter. That was a lot more simple than I was expecting. Now, red carpet. There are issues with red carpet. John needs a lot. John needs a lot to complete his upstairs living space. I've got one more window to put in actually. Now, it seems that red carpet is very, very rare in Raven Creek. John has been in so many different neighborhoods and we've hardly seen any. But John, from the depths of his mind, he has remembered when he spent a wonderful, wonderful weekend with his rich uncle down by the coast in some lovely holiday homes. And he remembers that his uncle was very, very fond of red carpet, and it was a beautiful, beautiful house. John remembers it very, very well. If he could only remember exactly where it is. He thinks he knows the way. He thinks he knows where it is, but these are childhood memories that he's trying to call. Let's hit the road and see if we can find this location of red carpet. Okay, so one thing that John did remember about that idyllic weekend with his uncle is that they were down by the beach. So what John's done is he's worked back from the beach resort that he found a few weeks ago, and he's come to this area now. He thinks this was it. It was almost like he had a map of it in his brain. So one of these buildings, one of these apartments just ahead, could be this one here, has a room of red carpet. He is sure of it. But look at these houses. Now these are posh houses. Let's check them out. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Even more exercise equipment. And this place is deserted. It's deserted. We've got these lovely, beach houses almost. Exclusive rich person's area. I think just up there is the beach. Just over there is a zombie. So there are some zombies here after all. John's going to explore the area, see if he can find his uncle's old home. Okay, so John's stumbled across a welcoming committee. Just a few zombies though. This area is pretty quiet. And now the neighborhood is even more quiet. Okay, so John's decided to do a little bit of shouting just to draw out the zombies, as this area is creepily quiet. There is not much of a response. Just a few. Oh, let's go and let's check out this place here and work back. See what we can find. Okay, so we're in our first location. There's definitely zombies somewhere. Well, this one is for sale. Is this just one home? I'm hearing some zombies upstairs. They're all upstairs. There's a lot of banging though. John's going to do some shouting. See what comes out. See what comes down the stairs. Oh yeah, that was the smart move. There was another party in there. Man, that was a smart move. That was really smart. I'm glad John just did not saunter up the stairs full of confidence that everything would be fine, because he would have run into this group. John's instincts served him well there. Well, John is again having to be a party pooper. Let's take care of these guys. Man, that is a lot of strippers, I've got to say. Yeah, you've got some more zombies. There must have been a couple dozen zombies in that one house. I mean, it is a massive house, but that was one hell of a party that would have been going on in there. Oh, come on, John. Don't lose it now. Man, this is hard work. That is... Look how many zombies are in that one space. Insane. Okay, so we've just got 2 more zombies to take care of. And then John needs a rest. Let's just rest for a moment on these couches. There's still a few isolated zombies around. Please don't be at the top of the stairs. Okay. So next floor. Okay. This is high living. This is an awesome, awesome apartment. It's beautiful. I think John's just found his holiday home. Okay, well, nothing here. Let's carry on up to the next floor. In fact, let's just check out for a little bit of food. John was so excited to leave to find some red carpet. He didn't grab any food, but look at this. 2 cans of food. John's pigging out before he moves on. Okay, John has eaten both cans. He's still hungry. But it's time to go on to the next floor. Every staircase is so perilous. Guess that's where all the zombies were. Oh yeah, okay. I like it. We had a bit of a porn show going here, it seems. Wow, that is crazy. Okay, we got another kitchen. Let's see if we can find a bit more food. Yes, look at this. Rich pickings. Okay, we got a visitor. Tried to creep upon us. I have no idea where he came from. Fortunately, it was just the one because we're in a bit of a dead end here. Okay, the search for red carpet continues, but look at this. This would have made quite a porn movie. How they were about, I mean, geez, it was an orgy, let's face it. It's not what we're looking for. Let's carry on up. We'll take the TV remote. I think you might need that. No red carpet though. These are beautiful, beautiful penthouses though. John fancies taking over the whole building though. Awesome. Wow, John has found a rare treat. A mac and cheese. That will really help him pile on the pounds, and we'll grab the rice as well. That is some important supplies in these apocalyptic times. Oh yes. Lots of superfoods here. Okay, so how many floors does this place have? Is this the last floor? It is. Okay. This one's going to be empty, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, well, John, in an unexpected bonus, found a lot of food. And that is one building cleared. Let's hope there are no more other surprises in the other buildings. Let's move on. Okay, so we're coming up on the neighbours. It is getting dark, so let's put some light on the situation. We'll do a fancy 12 through the door. What is this place? Is this a bar? Let's grab that. We are finding, Johnny's finding a lot of good food. Hearing a zombie somewhere. And let's shout, see what comes out the woodwork. There we go. John's instinct was right. And that zombie was waiting right at the top of the stairs. I think we're good. Okay, this is a lot of tight corridors. Okay, we go up again. There's nothing on that floor at all. Nice. Really nice and really good stuff here. Not what John was looking for. Okay, I think this building is empty. John is drowsy, starting to get tired. This is a big enough room for John not to get affected by claustrophobia. These apartments are amazing. Really, John is amazed. He's chuffed to experience how the other half would have lived. Let's get some sleep and we'll continue the search in the morning. Hey, it is super early, 4:30. It's before dawn and John is awake. He's sort of almost pretending things are normal. He's having cereal for breakfast. Let's just very quickly check the map, see what lies ahead. So we're over here, and I think it's one of these buildings that has what John is looking for. There's nothing in this place, so let's move on. Okay, so we're at the neighbours. We're on the next house. It seems very quiet. I think this is a similar sort of layout to the last one. Ooh. Now that is interesting. That is some valuable artwork. What is that? That's a Jackson Pollock? Can't remember that one, but that's amazing. Where's the stairs? Okay. And it's quiet. Oh, and this is it. This is the place. Clearly, times were good for John's uncle. That's some amazing, expensive artwork he found there. But John is actually more excited, can you believe, about the red carpet. Look at all of that red. Ooh, let's have that. There's a lot of food here. John finally, hopefully, put those days of being underweight behind him. We've got it. We've got it. This is what John was looking for. Now this is a hell of a house. This is beautiful. John's like, should I live here? There's not much going on. It's not far from the beach. It's a beautiful, beautiful house. But he's put so much time and effort into his other base. It is safe. It is secure. It's got all his stuff. So let's take what we need from this place. We're going to take the propane tank from here because we're a bit low on propane. And John's also going to turn his hand to a bit of art collecting, shall we say, as well. So we'll take the 2 bits of art. They will take pride of place back at his base. But we're gonna finally finish the carpet in the base back home. Okay, so John has been hard at it all morning, and we've now got 70 tiles of red carpet. Now, if only John had come across this area so much sooner, things could have been very different indeed for John. This would have made a beautiful, beautiful home. But in a way, it's more of a beautiful, beautiful home before the apocalypse. I mean, that's a lot of glass. That's a lot of weakness. I mean, this is quite a secluded area, but John, I think, on reflection, will feel so much more comfortable back at base. Wow, we've finally done it. We finally got all the red carpet that we will need. Let's get this right back to base and get it put in. It's going to look awesome. Okay, everyone, John is proud to present to you guys finally the last piece in the jigsaw. We just need to put 3 more bits of red carpet down, but finally, after all this time, John has finally been able to complete this upstairs living space, and he's rather fond of it. He loves it. I mean, it looks absolutely amazing. Everything that he could possibly want is here. Piano, a library, quiet space, reading room, beautiful, beautiful comfy sofa to watch his TV, finest 90s shows, MTV on repeat. We've got the bed, we've got the hunting, the deer head trophy, the jukebox, his very own Twiggy's home bar, well stocked with beer. In fact, you might just have one now. Why not? Just when John feels a little bit guilty about the amount of beer that he's drinking, he can go for a quick few miles on the treadmill. He is now also a budding art collector with a beautiful piece of modern artwork there. And also that thing. He doesn't care that he's put a crappy Pause movie poster right next to it. This is his house. These are his rules. John is really pleased with his base. And he's even more proud to be able to share it with the glorious Spiffo. Beautiful. Now, I think that is pretty much the base complete for John. It is well fortified. It is miles away from any possible zombie trouble. There are a few little finishing touches that John would like to do. He wants to tidy up this back area here, put in some sort of garage space all in this area here. That's a lot of work. That is a lot of work. He's got his beautiful picnic area. Maybe he'll construct some sort of fishing area. But that beer is making John drowsy. He's gonna chill in his new awesome living space upstairs, read a little bit more about tailoring while he plans what is next on the agenda. A new day begins for John Maguire in the zombie apocalypse, and he's starting to feel that this place is a home, somewhere where he can be comfortable. Even his claustrophobia is starting to go away. John has had to really fight for his future. He's survived now in Raven Creek for nearly 4 months. He's really had to fight for his own survival. He's starting to come to terms now with the fact that although he might have made a future for himself, it's going to be a lonely future. He's slowly coming to terms with the fact that there just isn't anybody else, nobody else alive in Raven Creek. So Raven Creek really now just doesn't hold much for John. He's reconciled almost to, while in his days away, fishing, playing cards, reading books. But there is one thing that he's always thought of getting into, and that's learning how to be a mechanic. That is learning a little bit more about vehicles, and he does realise that potentially if he needs to bug out, if something goes wrong, if something happens and he needs to leave, he needs a well-maintained vehicle. So he's been thinking about it. He is going to build a garage in this whole space here, but that is for another day. What John wants to do today is a little bit of Grand Theft Auto. He's going to visit the spots on the map where he's marked vehicles that he would actually like to recover. There are 2 or 3. It is a lot of hard work. There are no burgers there. Yeah, there are 3 or 4 vehicles somewhere. There's one there, there's one there, and there's also, it is quite a drive away, but just up here there is the fire vehicle. So before John builds a garage, he wants to grow his car collection. So what John needs, he's not going to walk all the way, but we're going to grab a battery, we're going to grab a gas can, and yeah, we're going to add to his car collection. Let's do it. Okay, so John is coming up on his first port of call. We're back at the Adult Learning Centre, where there are 2 vehicles marked on the map, and John is surprised to find a group of zombies. Yes, that is what I just said. John is surprised to see a group of zombies. John has walked all the way, and in some ways, if it wasn't for the crushing sense of loneliness, the 2-hour walk would have been a very pleasant, quiet stroll. But this place is too big a place to have nobody else in it. And it's getting to that point where John is almost glad to see a zombie for the company. But then he remembers that they want to eat him alive, and killing them becomes easy again. Now somewhere in this car park we've got a couple of cars, a couple of vehicles. This would have been early in John's bid to survive. I'm not really sure if there's two to be taken, but there's one that, this one for sure. This is a nice looking sports car, isn't it? Okay, so ooh, there was something going on with that wheel. This is a nice sounding vehicle. Now, to be honest, John could have also taken any one of the other three cars, but he's going to go for the Dart, the good old reliable, quiet, small Dart. It could be his one that sort of fixer-upper, the one that he sort of takes apart and puts back together again to really learn mechanics. Let's get these two back to the base, and then we will see what else we can find. This car is cursed. Maybe the white one will be the fixer-upper, but we've got a couple more vehicles back at base for John to work on to hone his mechanic skills. We only just about made it back. That's quite an interesting adventure. Let's just check out the mechanics. Is that front left wheel knackered, and is that why it's doing that? The front left tire is 100%. It's just cursed then. But it's a start. It's a start. We got plenty of room for lots of vehicles. That was on the hit list. We picked it up. There are probably lots of other really nice condition vehicles that John is not really noticed. But let's grab another battery and let's hit the road and see what else we can find. Okay, so after studying the map, John has realised that the other targeted vehicles are too far to walk. It's a bit of a walk, so we're going to use this trusty station wagon to tow them back one at a time. So we're going to start with the most farthest one away. We're going to go and get a glorious looking fire car, for want of a better word, which is right up by the entrance to the bridge. It's quite a long drive. Let's get on with it. Okay, so we finally found this rather splendid looking fire vehicle, and it's even got some gas. Ooh, okay, we're just a little bit close. Alright, well, let's get this vehicle hooked up and let's get it back to base. Okay, so John has just remembered that there was a very interesting location just here that was it called Oasis or something? Is it here? It's somewhere nearby, and it looked like some sort of bar or nightclub. So John, who's always got that thirst for a beer, he's going to find that and check it out. Okay, so this is the place. What on earth is Eden's Oasis? Now, there's only one way to find out. Clearly some sort of business. Well, curiosity is getting the better of John again. Let's see what this place is. Okay, so we're out in the back office. I don't know what this is. Some sort of... Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow, that woke John up. I thought that was some sort of new crazy zombie there. Wow, this huge swimming pool would suggest some sort of leisure centre, I'm guessing. Those zombies are still... Can we see them from here? The zombies are still banging away on the spiffo. There they are, poor guys. You can almost feel sorry for them. Oh, that is the ground floor, which basically comprises of a swimming pool. We've got to go upstairs now. Oh wow, yeah, this is some sort of leisure centre, sports place, gym, that's the word I'm looking for. And yep, more exercise equipment. Oh, I tell you what though, it might be worth, yes, the missing piece in John's keep fit regime. We want to pump some iron. We got a dumbbell. Can we find a second one? I guess we're gonna have to check out the changing rooms, see if we can strike a bit of luck with that. Let's see if we can find. Got headers on. Oh, these jump scares are insane. Okay, well, we got a change room. Let's see if we can find another dumbbell. That would be lucky. Okay, well, no but dumbbell, but we got some swimming trunks and some swimming goggles. John could try his hand a little bit of open water swimming in that lake right by his base. Let's continue searching the rest of this place, see if we can find any more change rooms that might have lockers that we might be fortunate enough. We got a. No, we haven't got another zombie. Might be fortunate enough to find another dumbbell. Okay, so no second dumbbell, unfortunately, but John's quite pleased to find some rather smashing looking flip-flops. But that is this place searched. Let's get the this fire marshal's vehicle back to base. It is getting late in the day. Okay, so another worthy addition to John's growing collection of vehicles and a lovely fire marshal car. Now, John's got quite a taste for this. This is something that John is already starting to enjoy. So although it is gone midnight, it is dark and John is tired, and it is always more dangerous after dark, there are a couple more vehicles that John really wants to recover, and they're right outside the front of the very first police department building that John discovered way back when in those first few weeks. So it's a bit of a long walk. It's going to be a long, lonely walk in the dark as well, but there's a reward waiting for John at the end, so let's do this. Okay, it has been a long and lonely walk for John. Everything looks so much scarier and creepy after dark, especially in a zombie apocalypse. But fortunately for John, some guy came along and killed all the zombies. Now we got this vehicle here. It looks nice. This could be John's favourite new vehicle. It is in almost pristine condition. And I think it even has gas. It's even lined up beautifully to tow that ambulance all the way back. Now look at this. Look at that. That is a nice looking vehicle. Probably will get beaten up in no time. We've already started. But yeah, let's get this ambulance back as well. Why not? That is probably going to be a bit of a fixer-upper. We can do this. Okay, John is really pleased once again to see those welcoming lights of home. And he's stuck. He will get that home. There we go. Just about fit through. John needs to do a little bit of practice with towing, but that is another really awesome addition to John's collection of cars. Might have to leave that there for now. Yeah, now John has got a real incentive to build an amazing garage over in this space here. And of course now he's going to have himself another little hobby to do. He's going to have hopefully a lot of free time. He's really not sure what, if anything, there's any reason to wander beyond these walls again. But he thinks he's okay with it. Thinks he can do it. But yeah, another hobby will be taking cars apart and putting them back together again, along with fishing, sitting outside in the lovely sunshine, enjoying the peace and quiet. No more danger, no more blood and guts. That is going to have to be it for today. Really hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.